and this is Leela's in the house with Murari Gupta. So, am I audible, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, clear.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yes. दाना कुल प्रतिष्ठाया कृष्ण नहीं पाई केवल भक्ति रवासा Chaitanya Gosani. One cannot attain Krishna by wealth, high birth, or fame, for Lord Chaitanya is controlled only by devotional service. So I think yesterday also this verse came, so we were talking about this. Lord Krishna cannot be achieved by somebody who has lot of wealth, aristocratic birth, or the accumulation of name and fame. He is only controlled by service. Unfortunate people cannot see the pastimes of Shri Gaurasundara. So in Kunti Maharani prayer also, Kunti Maharani says, "O my Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. And one who is on the path of progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, that is his high birth, great opulence, Aishwarya, high education, Shruta and Shri Bir. Shri is the beauty, high education and bodily beauty cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So the slok, the verse goes like this: Janma Ishwarya Shruta Shri Bir Edamana Madapuman Naivarti Abhidatum Vai Twamakinchana Gocharaha. So those who are materially exhausted, those people only can approach the Supreme Lord through devotional, through affectionate devotional service, loving devotional service. So same thing is also there for Sri Gaurachandra, who Chandra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself. जन्मे जन्मे ऐशा करी राधना सुखे देखे तारा dasa dasi gana. The servants of those who worship the Lord birth after birth were now able to joyfully see these pastimes. So it is said that those devotees now who are on the path of bhakti in this lifetime, obviously we have done some very good deeds in the past, and we have got sukruti. That's why we are eligible or qualified to read the scriptures and are trying to understand Krishna in this lifetime. So we might have heard Srimad Bhagavatam, heard some very nice things about the Lord and done some devotional service. That is why we have the opportunity to go deep into the scriptures in this lifetime. Yeva dekhi lekha seva kripa kari kaya tatapiha dushkritira chita nahi laya. Those who saw such pastimes mercifully described them to others, yet the hearts of sinful people do not accept them. Even though persons who directly experience the pastime of Sri Gaurasundara describe them to others, unfortunate people are unable to have faith in them. Absence of good fortune is an impediment in seeing the Lord's pastimes. So, only fortunate people, like we were saying, we had got Sukruti, only those people can see the pastimes of the Lord. And if there is no good fortune and absence of good fortune, if there is no good fortune, then that is an obstacle in seeing the Lord's pastimes. Madhya Kande Gupta Skande Prabhu Rauthana Sabha Avatare Gupta Sevaka Pradhana. In this Madhya Khanda, the Lord climbs on the back of Murari, yet Murari Gupta is a leading servant in all the Lord's incarnations. So we know in the Ram Leela, Murari Gupta was Hanuman incarnate. And we know Hanuman is none other than the Rudra avatar. So, and he is the Param Vaishnav as well. So, everywhere he is a leading servant. In Krishna Leela, he wants to become one of the gopis. He becomes Gopeshwar Mahadev. He also is the Sthala Rakshak. So, as we know, Kshetrapalak time. Like you see in Jagannath Puri, when we go to Jagannath Puri in Bhuvaneshwar, we have Shivji Ka Dham. Like that in all places. In Dwarka, we have Nageshwar Dham. Like that in most of the auspicious places, we have Shiva as the leading devotee, leading servant of the Supreme Lord. केशवलीला कबू अवदीन हयाम आविर्भाव तिरोभाव एहि वेदे कायाम. Although the Vedas describe the Lord's appearance and disappearance, there is actually no end to his pastimes. So Lord's leelas are anant, Lord's glories are anant, Lord's qualities are anant, and Lord's everything, all his Shadaishwarya is anant. So they are limitless. Maya pai nami nambila Gauranga Mahadira Guptera Garuda Bhava Haila Sustira. On regaining his external consciousness, the most sober Gauranga got down from Murari's back, and Murari's mood as Garuda disappeared. ए बड़ा निगूढ़ा कथा केह नाही जाने गुप्ता स्कंदे महाप्रभु कैला आरोहने. Ordinary people cannot understand these most confidential topics of Mahaprabhu climbing on the back of Murari Gupta. Murari रे कृपा देखी वैष्णव मंडल ध्यान धन्य 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 बलि prasamse sakalam. On seeing the Lord's mercy on Murari, all the Vaishnavas praised him as being most glorious. Dhanya Bhakta Murari Safala Vishnu Bhakti Vishwambara Leelara Vahane Yara Shakti. Murari Gupta was a most glorious devotee. His devotional service to the Lord was fruitful, for he had the ability to carry Vishwambara in his pastimes. ए माता मुरारी गुप्तेरा पुण्य कथा आर कथा आचे कैला यथा यथा. Such are the auspicious topics regarding Murari Gupta. There are many more topics, the author says, which are yet to be described. So now we are going to another topic. So we'll see the verses. Ekadina Murari Parama Shuddhamati Nija Mane Mane Gane Avatara Sthiti. सांगोपांगे आछे यावत अवतार तावत चिंतये अमी निज प्रतिकार. न बुझी कृष्णेर लीला कहना काखाना की करे थाका थाकानी श्रीज्या लीला थाकानी संहारे. ये सीता लगी मारे स्वाम शे रावण आणि अछाडीला सीता के मन कराना. ये यादव गण निज प्राणेर समान साक्षाते देखaya tara haraya parana. So one day the most pure Murari thought about the position of the Lord's incarnations. While the Lord and his associates are still present in this world, I should think of my own welfare. I cannot understand the pastimes of Krishna or how he acts at a particular time. Sometimes he creates and then he annihilates. Although he destroyed Ravana and his dynasty to bring back Sita, why did he then abandon her? So these were the questions Murari Gupta is having. Therefore, I should give up my body while he is still present in this world. The proper time to give up my body is while that great personality is still present in this world. After contemplating in this way, Murari Gupta secretly brought one sharp chopper. So Murari Gupta is meditating on Krishna's Leela, and then also thinking that Krishna was Rama in another yuga, and then he killed Ravana, and then he's wondering why he left Sita. And he's thinking, while Krishna is present here, I should take away my life. अतएव यावत आछाये अवतारा तावत आमारा देह त्याग प्रतिकारा. देहा यदि बारा मोरा से समय पृथ्वी ते यावत आछाये महाशया. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Mahashaya is there on the Prithvi, I should take away my life. एतेक निर्वेद गुप्ता चिंते माने माने खारासना खाती एका आणीला याताने. So he got a chopper to kill himself. So with a desire to kill himself during the presence of the Lord, he brought a sharp weapon. Aniya tuliya gati kati grihera bhitare nishaya ediba deha harisha antare. As he brought the chopper and hid it inside the house, he thought, tonight I will happily give up my body. Sarvabhuta Hridaya Thakura Vishwambhara Murari Re Chitta Vritti Haila Gocharam. Lord Vishwambhara resides in the heart of every living entity. He therefore understood Murari's resolution. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna as Paramatma is living in everybody's heart and he understood the intention of Murari Gupta. Satvare Aila Prabhu Murari Bhavana Sambhrame Karila Gupta Charana Vandana. The Lord quickly came to Murari's house and Murari offered his respectful obeisances at the Lord's feet. Asane Vashiya Prabhu Krishna Katha Kaya Murari Gupte Rahaya Paramasadana. Prabhu Bale Gupta Vakya Rakiba Amara Gupta Bale Prabhu Mora Sarira Tomara Prabhu Bole Eta Satya Gupta Bale Haya Kati Kani Deha More Prabhu Kana Kaya. Feeling great compassion for Murari, the Lord sat on an asana and began to narrate the topics of Krishna. The Lord then said, "O Murari, will you do what I say?" Murari replies, "O Lord, this body belongs to you." The Lord asked, "Is that a fact?" Murari replied, "Yes." The Lord then whispered in his ear, "Then give up that chopper." So, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Murari, "Is this body?" So Murari Gupta says, "Yes, this body belongs to you." So if that is a fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Throw that chopper because the body belongs to the Supreme Lord." So if we realize nothing belongs to us, there used to be a quote that we have not got anything. Even this body, the Deha, the material body made of 24 elements, what we get from the womb of a mother, that is also given by the Supreme Lord. So nothing, we can't say this is my body, I am taking care of my body. We are taking care of the body because the body is a temple and the Supreme Personality of the Lord is living in this temple. And otherwise, nothing belongs. Even the soul belongs to the Supreme Lord. But how much a human being has governed over the body of I, me, and mine is mamakara and ahankara. His mamakara is there and ahankara is there because of he thinks that he is controlling the body, he's enjoying the body, and through the body he's enjoying all his sense. He's doing his sense gratification. Ye kati tu तुइला देहा छाड़ी बारे तारे ताहा आनी देहा आचे gaheera bitare. You have kept a chopper inside the house with which you plan to kill yourself. Give it to me. So Mahaprabhu says, give that chopper to me back. Haya haya kare gupta maha dukha mane mithya kata kahila tomare kon jane. In great lamentation, Murari exclaimed, "Alas, alas, someone has told you a lie." प्रभु बले मुरारी बड़ा था देखी बोला पारे कहिले से आमी जानी है ना बोला. The Lord says, Murari, you are certainly knave. Are you saying that I will know only something only if someone tells me? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Murari, what do you think? Only if somebody tells me I will know, as if Lord doesn't know everything. ये गड़िया दिला कती ताहा जानी आमी ताहा जानी यथा कती तुई अच्छा तुमी. I know who made that chopper and where you have hidden it. सर्व अंतर्यामी प्रभु जाने सर्व स्थान घरे गिया कतारी अनिला विद्यमाना. The Lord is the omniscient super soul in the hearts of all. So he knows everything. He went inside the house and brought out the chopper. प्रभु बले गुप्ता ए तोमारा व्यवहारा कौन दोषे आमा छाड़ी चाहया बारा. The Lord said, "O Murari, this is how you behave. For what fault of mine do you want to leave me?" So now Lord is telling to Murari, ki what is my galti, what is my fault that you want to leave me? Just see this prasang where the Lord is attached to Murari Gupta, such a beautiful devotee, and the Lord is saying, "Why are you leaving me, Murari? Tumi gele kahare laya mora khela, hena buddhi tumi kara, stane vashi kila." If you leave with If you leave, with whom will I enjoy the pastimes? Who has given you such ideas? Ekani murari more deha ei bhiksha ara kabu hena buddhi nakara kari bashiksha. O Murari, give me your word that you will never think of such things again. Kole kari Murari Prabhu Vishwambhara Hasta Tuli Dila Nija Sirera Upara. Lord Vishwambhara then embraced Murari and placed his hand on Murari's head. Mora Matha Khao Gupta, Mora Matha Khao, Yadi Ara Bara Deha, Chadi Bare Chao. You will eat my head, Gupta, you will eat my head if you ever desire to give up your body again. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, don't eat my head now and don't try to give up your body also. Ate vyate murari padila bhumi tale pakhalila prabhura charana prema jale. Murari immediately fell to the ground and washed the lotus feet with his tears of love. Sukruti Murari Kande Dhari Acharana Gupta Kole Kari Kande Shri Sachinandana. The pious Murari Gupta cried as he held the lotus feet of the Lord, and Shri Sachinandana cried as he picked up Murari up and embraced him. Ye prasada Murari Guptera Prabhu Kare Taha Vache Rama Aja Ananta Sankare. The mercy that the Lord bestowed on Murari Gupta is desired by Lakshmi, Brahma, Ananta, and Shankara. Just imagine the mercy Murari Gupta has got, where the Lord is saying, don't leave him. And both are embracing each other and crying. And this kind of mercy is desired ardently by Lakshmi, the consort of Narayana, Brahma, Ananta, and Shankara. Esaba Deva Devata Chaitanyera Bhinna Nahi. In Inhara Abhinna Krishna Vedehi Kahe. These demigods are not separate from Lord Chaitanya. The Vedas declare that they are not different from Krishna. The philosophy of Vedanta, which reconciles the various Vedic statements, explains that the demigods are not separate from Lord Chaitanya. That's why we say, no, watering the root of the tree. When you water the root of the tree, which is Krishna himself, then all the branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits are nourished, which are all the different demigods. So you don't have to go and worship each and every demigod and ask for benediction. If you worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is the watering the root of the tree, then all the demigods are satisfied. The philosophy of Achinta Veda Abheda is the purport of Vedanta. The simultaneous oneness and the difference, at the same time there is a difference, Bheda Abheda is the purport of the Vedanta given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Since the demigods who all have one goal serve Sri Chaitanya Deva, they are not separate from him. The conception that none of the demigods are servants of the Supreme Lord indicates a distinction. Since the demigods have no engagement other than the service of to Chaitanya, they are all simultaneously one with and different from Chaitanya Mahadeva. So demigods are serving the Lord in their capacity given, and different energies or different duties are given by the Supreme Lord to the demigods to manage the material world and various aspects of the management of this world. Since the demigods have no engagement other than the service to Lord Chaitanya, they are all simultaneously one with and different from Chaitanya Mahadeva. Like our philosophy clearly says, Bhagavad Gita, that each individual soul, Krishna tells Arjuna that I know all your millions of past births, and I also know your future. You might have forgotten, because the forgetfulness, the remembrance and forgetfulness is also given by me. So each individual soul is different. Each individual living entity, apart from human beings also, there are so many living entities. All their souls is different, and none of them really merge with the, soul merges with the Supreme Lord. Even at that time of annihilation, each of the individual souls maintain their individual identity into the body of Narayana. Whenever the servants of the demigods think that the demigods are unfavorable to the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya, they are bound to have difficulties in ascertaining the truth and disagreements with the Vedanta concept of non-difference. So we'll take two more verses and then stop here for today. Shri Gaurachandra Shesha Rupa Mahi Dhare Chaturmukha Rupe Se Prabhu Srishti Kare. That Lord Gaurachandra sustains the universe in his form as Ananta Shesha, and the same Lord creates in his form as four-headed Brahma. So if you look at the creation which is described very beautifully in Srimad Bhagavatam, that is why while we follow the religious principles, we also know the philosophy. Otherwise, just knowing the just doing the religion without philosophy will become fanatism, and just knowing the philosophy without religion, that is also a problem. That becomes mental speculation. So just knowing the philosophy without following religious principles will become mental speculation. But doing the religious activities without knowing the proper philosophy, that will become a fanatism. That's why Srila Prabhupada very clearly said that read my books. Through my books I live. And he insisted that one should read about the creation. And when beautifully it is described in Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam and Canto 5 in detail, and even in Canto 2, couple of chapters, how the creation is happening, how Brahma is created, all those things, ultimately you will realize that everything is emanating from the Supreme Lord. When the Supreme Lord, as Mahavishnu, glances at the Mahat Tattva, then it gets agitated and the lives in it they all come to life. And through his powers, Mahavishnu then gives the powers to Yogamaya, his own external potency. So nothing is bhinna from the Lord. Everything is part of the Lord. Samhare O Gaura Chandra Trilochana Rupe Apanare Stuti Kare Apanare Mukhe. In the form of the three-eyed Shiva, Gaura Chandra annihilates. He personally offers prayers to himself. So in the form of Shiva, then Shiva is offering prayers, but Shiva is offering prayers to himself in a sense that because in the form of Shiva, Shiva is offering prayers to Krishna. So he says that he personally offers prayers to himself. So the Lord takes different forms and rupas for different activities, functions, and different the three modes also, that Sattva mode, Rajas mode, and Tamas mode. Then he creates Brahma in the mode of passion, and in the mode of ignorance, he himself transforms into Shiva. So we'll stop here at 134, and next we'll continue from 135. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you all for joining. Any question or comment?
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.